Is that a shower? Yeah. Oh my god. Look at the bedroom. Have the microphone on my camera, so sorry if the audio is a bit different. I've just woken up and come outside. It's been raining pretty much the whole time we've been here. We have gotten a bit lucky this morning. We have blue skies. It was freezing out here. Don't be fooled that I don't have a jumper on. I just didn't grab a jumper. But yeah, today's our last full day here. We don't go home until tonight, but I haven't even spoken to you guys properly. I didn't know if I was going to be able to. We've just been go, go, go. It's freezing. My toes are actually purple, so I should probably go inside. But we're doing some more experiences, traveling a little bit more today. I'm so excited because we can see Mount Wellington from where we're staying, and we haven't been able to see that the whole trip because it's been raining. There's also wild bunnies here, like bunnies just in the garden and stuff, and I've been trying to get a photo of one or a video of one. I have not succeeded yet, so I was hoping they would be out here. This place is awesome. It's been the best couple of days, like very grateful. Hello guys, it is now Monday, start of a new week, and I was editing the footage that I got on the plane last night. We got in really late, like almost midnight. I realized that this vlog obviously didn't go as well as I had planned, but I still wanted to create a video, one for the memories and to collate all the footage that I did get, because I did film quite a bit of stuff that we were doing and seeing, but then also make a video in case any of you guys are heading to Hobart or Tassie, and just kind of like share what we did, our experiences, that kind of thing, just to make a bit of an informative travel video, because that's what I was looking for before we went. I watched like a whole bunch of vlogs, wanted to actually see stuff and hear about how people did stuff, and I felt like that was a bit harder to find on Hobart. So yeah, I thought that I would pop it at the end of this video. Hopefully if you are planning on going to Hobart, you find this helpful. Yeah, just wanted to apologize for the video because I would have loved to be able to like, yeah, talk more about what we were doing and stuff, but I was trying to be so present in what we were doing. Yeah, first of all, we only had a couple of days in Hobart, so it's a very, very short trip. We only had a small amount of time between all of us that we could all get off work and that kind of thing. So we just wanted to make the most of what we had, but we got 3 full days in, which I think was really good. We were able to do a lot of stuff and we were really lucky with the weather. The Airbnb we stayed in was beautiful. It was in Opossum Bay, which is about 40-45 minutes out of Hobart, and it's a very quiet area. It's on the water. You have a view of Mount Wellington, which is the big mountain in Hobart, and it was just beautiful. Like, such a lovely space for like 2 couples to go and stay. There's also like a little bit of a kids bunk bed situation, so if you have a family, yeah, it was a really lovely place to stay. So I will link that down below in case you wanted to check it out. Would definitely recommend it. There's a little pathway you can go down to visit the little like private beach, which is really nice. So we went for a walk along there. It's just a really nice day. So we were really comfortable with where we were. But I will say we did our research beforehand and we decided to stay there. 1, because it was a beautiful stay, but 2, we knew that we didn't want to be in the city as much. We did go through the city a lot and do stuff in the city. It was better for us to be staying on the outside where we could travel around and see stuff. My personal opinion and what we found was a lot of the stuff we wanted to do was outside Hobart. We wanted to drive, we wanted to explore, but we did say that next time if we did only have like a weekend even and we wanted to go see some snow, we would just go straight to the city, like stay in a hotel, that kind of thing. Yeah, it was a really beautiful stay. So we got there on Friday. I'm just checking my notes. We flew out of Sydney really early. Like, we were at the airport at like 4:45 in the morning and left at like 6 a.m. So we got into Hobart about 8 o'clock, I think, maybe 9 o'clock. Picked up a hire car. I would highly recommend getting a hire car. I don't know how well you'd be able to do Hobart without a car because there is a lot of traveling involved to see stuff. So yeah, definitely look into a hire car. We had a really comfortable Kia Stonic. It was great. And because there was 4 of us as well, we split it 4 ways. So it made it super affordable and had no troubles with that. So all of the rental car places are at baggage claim at the airport. So yeah, you can go and pick up your car, and that's generally what I think a lot of people do. But then we went straight to get a coffee, get some food, and we drove into the city. And we ended up going to Pigeonhole Bakery, which I would highly recommend. So beautiful. All of the things that we all had, we loved. The almond croissant, someone on my Instagram told me to get the almond croissant and it was well worth it. So if you go to Pigeonhole Bakery, get the almond croissant. And we just had a bit of a walk around the city, just kind of seeing what was around. We had a little bit of time to spare. So yeah, we just got a coffee, had some food, walked around. Went into a few shops, did like a big loop kind of thing, and then we went to a vineyard. So we went to Frogmore Creek Vineyard, I'm pretty sure it's called. Beautiful. We were so lucky on the weather as well because we thought it was going to be raining quite a lot, but the sun actually came out when we were at the vineyard, and they have a beautiful outdoor area. So you can walk in there. You do have to book the restaurant if you want a table, so book ahead, but the deck outside area, you can just walk in. So that's where we were, and the weather was beautiful. It's such a lovely vineyard. Would 100% recommend. They've got wine tasting paddles. I don't drink wine, but I do like sparkling wine, so had some champagne. It was really nice, and the food was really good. I had the arancini balls. It was a really nice experience, and that was such a good way to like kind of kick off our trip. We just all had such a good time. And then we went from the vineyard to Mona. Now it started getting a bit rainy, but we were happy to do Mona when it was going to be raining. So Mona, if you didn't know, very iconic. It's old and new art, and it's, yeah, very quirky. It's a different kind of museum, but I feel like it's one of those things you have to do while you're there. It's kind of a famous museum, so definitely would recommend doing that. I think it's about $35 tickets to get in, and we did book ours ahead of time as well. So another note, if you're going to Mona, book your tickets. We drove there. There is parking there, but it was very busy. We had to stalk people for a park, but it's doable. So yeah, we went through the museum. Probably took like an hour and a half, I want to say, going through the museum. But yeah, just one of those things you have to do while you're in Hobart. Then after that, still pouring, but we were getting very hungry, so we went to Veg Bar, which was somewhere that was really recommended to me. If you are vegetarian or vegan, would definitely recommend checking it out. It's such a cool, fun little restaurant, and we loved our food. I got a burger. The milkshakes were really good, and yeah, we just sat there, had some food for a little bit before we made our way out of the city to go and check into our Airbnb. We also went to Woolworths on the way and just picked up some food because there's a beautiful kitchen in the Airbnb, and yeah, we wanted to still save a little bit of money because we knew we'd be out during the day buying stuff, so we had both of our nights at the Airbnb, had a really cozy night. It was so nice coming home after a massive day of driving, exploring, to like have a really cozy night in. And as I said, the Airbnb was beautiful, perfect for us. I would definitely recommend it. It's probably pros and cons to staying in and out of the city, but we had a hire car, we were happy to drive, and there's lots to see. So I feel like that was the right decision for us. The next day, Saturday, this was our big travel day because we obviously had the full day. We got up, went for a little bit of a walk on the beach. It was a bit rainy, but that Saturday was so lucky for us. First of all, we went to the Salamanca Market, which if you're there on a Saturday, you have to go. It's iconic again, but that's like their main markets near like the wharf kind of area. And yeah, that was really nice. We walked around there, we got a coffee, we got some food. We had like these Turkish like donut things, but that was really good. I enjoyed the markets. And then after we finished there, we didn't actually have like a proper breakfast, so we walked into the city and we got coffee from Little Lotus Cafe, and then we got like a takeaway meal from Sunbeam. Oh my god, if you go to Sunbeam, please get the toasty if they still have it. I got the caramelized onion and cheddar toasty and it was beautiful. We actually had to really quickly eat that. We got that takeaway really quickly, had to run to the bus, and this is like probably the biggest thing we did in Hobart, Mount Wellington. You've got to do it. If you are going around winter, you need to check the weather. So we kept an eye on the weather for probably like 2 weeks out from our trip, and we decided the week before it was super cold and rainy and it snowed up there. So if you're lucky, it will snow. I think it's a pretty cool experience, but you definitely need to keep an eye on the weather. And if it does snow, they close off most of the road up there. So you can walk up there. It's I think like a 2-hour return walk in the snow. Wouldn't probably recommend that. I mean, it's doable, but I wouldn't. But you can book a bus that goes up there, rain, hail or shine. It gets you up there. And I think similar pricing to the Mona tickets, like $30, well worth it. Book your tickets because they booked up so fast. I would just really recommend that. Yeah, if it is looking like it could snow, because it's just like a safeguard. You get to go up there regardless. So a bus took us up there. It's a bit of a drive. I think it takes like an hour from the pickup point in the city, and then they transferred us to another bus which actually took us up where it started getting icy. And yeah, we got to go up there. We had about half an hour in the snow and it was literally snowing. Like there were snowflakes hitting my face. It was such a good experience. So I would 100% recommend book those tickets so you can go up there, because if we didn't do that and the tickets were all booked out, we would have missed out on that, and that was such an awesome opportunity. So yeah, that's a big note on that front. Keep an eye on the weather. Yeah, we loved it. We were like playing in the snow. We had like snowball fights. It was incredible. And whilst you can't see the full view of Mount Wellington, I think that's just an experience in itself. So next time we'd love to go back and see it when it's like clear and actually see the lookout. But yeah, that took up like a good 3 hours maybe in the snow, but that was so fun. Anyway, then after that we went to Willie Smith's apple shed, which is like an apple orchard. They do like ciders and stuff. Would recommend that as well. We actually went back twice. We went back on Sunday. They have like an apple pie with ice cream, beautiful, and they also have apple crumble. Their ciders are really good. We got like a tasting paddle. So yeah, definitely recommend that as well. That's maybe like 20-30 minutes out of Hobart, I think we had to drive, but so worth it. And then by the end of the day, we just had to go to the shops. We grabbed a few bits and pieces to have dinner at home. We all like had showers, got warmed up, and it also was like footy finals and stuff, so we just had some drinks. We had like the little fireplace on, watched the footy, played games. It was so wholesome, like honestly so much fun. And then brings me to Sunday, which was our last day. We woke up and the weather was great. We had such good weather yesterday, but yeah, you could literally see Mount Wellington from our balcony with snow on it. So beautiful. I did post some photos of that, but we packed up our stuff because we were driving out west. So packed up our Airbnb, whatever, checked out. There's a lookout on the way from Possum Bay, Goat Bluff Lookout, I believe it's called. And we just stopped there. Went into the city. We had breakfast at Born in Brunswick. Really nice coffee, good restaurant, potato and herb, like potato hash, and then split the pancakes. So good. Their porridge also was very good. Then we got coffee from Room for a Pony. Cool little like cafe, and the coffee was really good there as well. And we took that on the road and went out to Hastings Cave and thermal pools. So this was Pav's real like, you know, exciting thing that he wanted to do. So we drove out there. It's about an hour and a half drive, so bit of a trek. But yeah, we went out there, and they were kind enough to put us on a tour. So if you are going out there, probably book. We didn't book, but they were really kind and did let us go with a group so that we could get in. And yeah, you do like a hour and a half maybe tour of the caves. You have to drive there, and yeah, there's like tour guides and they take you through all of these caves. So cool, really cool experience if you're interested. And then they have hot springs there. Yeah, we wanted to do that, but we didn't have towels. So if you do go, please take a towel, because we drove out all that way thinking they would give us towels. There'd be towels there because it was a pool and we figured tourists were going there, but there was no towel. Yeah, we were a bit bummed about that, but still such a fun experience. That took up like the rest of our day. And then we drove all the way back. We had to fill up the car with petrol, return the hire car at the airport, and then we were super early to the airport, like 2.5 hours for like us and our friends' flight. They were going to Sydney, we were back to Brisbane, and so we just kind of hung out. There's a cafe there. We played some card games before we parted ways and ended our holiday. But that's kind of a rundown of what happened and like our experience, I guess, just in a little bit more detail. So yes, I hope that helped someone out there who's maybe traveling to Hobart, but we definitely do want to go back. I will be back. I would have loved to do a week or more there, but unfortunately just didn't have the time off for that at the moment. But very lucky that we got to go for a couple of days, and the friends that we went with, just we all get along really well. It was such good company. It was a really good couple of days. And also too, like there's so many other things to see. We'd love to go to Bruny Island, and then go up to Launceston, do the Bay of Fires, Wineglass Bay. If we had more time, we would have done the walk out there. So yeah, it was kind of just us trying to make best use of our 3 days that we did have. There's more vineyards out there as well that we would have loved to do, but yes, next time. We still have a list. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I think I've caught the travel bug now, because I really did not want to come home, and I feel like this morning I'm like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I don't want to, you know, do my normal life. So yeah, I can't wait to do more traveling trips and save up some more money so I can do some bigger trips soon. Very exciting. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Look after yourselves, and I will talk to you in another video super soon. Bye guys.